What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and Mayor Karen Bass unveiled the proposal for her new $12.8 billion budget for the city of Los Angeles, which is actually a decrease over the current fiscal year. The largest budget allocations go to police, fire, and sanitation, but I want to take a look at the details of what's actually in this year's proposed budget. Let's get into it. Mayor Bass's annual budget proposal was prefaced by a letter touting her achievements over her 16 months in office. This includes moving thousands of more homeless folks inside, clearing encampments in every council district, reducing homicides and violent crime, and addressing more than 100,000 service calls to the city of Los Angeles. And this year's budget proposal of $12.8 billion is actually a 2% decrease over the current fiscal year, or $293 million less. And the reason for the budget decrease is because the city of Los Angeles is dealing with less than expected revenues as well as rising labor costs due to pay increases. Budget analysts say newly approved labor contracts from last year's summer of the strike are expected to add billions of dollars in salary costs over the next 5 years to the city. To help cover those rising costs, the mayor's spending plan calls for the elimination of more than 2,000 currently vacant positions, many of them in departments for park maintenance, trash pickup, street repairs, recreation programs, and transportation. The new proposed budget would also reduce spending by the city of Los Angeles on Bass's key issue of homelessness, down from $1.3 billion in last year's budget to $950 million proposed for this coming year. And that includes a direct hit to her Inside Safe program, which was budgeted $250 million in the current year, but would go down to $185 million in the upcoming year. A large portion of that decrease in the homelessness spending is due to the coming end of Proposition HHH, which helped finance construction of thousands of apartments for homeless residents in Los Angeles. The proposed budget also scales back Mayor Bass's planned expansion of the LAPD to 9,500 officers. The new budget allots for 9,084 officers. But even with a smaller LAPD, police spending overall is going to continue to grow. This year, it's earmarked for $3.37 billion, up 5% from last year's $3.22 billion, thanks in part to a new 4-year contract with the city's officers. Other noteworthy points in the budget include a decrease in funding for the Los Angeles Fire Department by $23 million, an allocation of about $36 million for sidewalk improvements throughout the city, $1.8 million to modernize the city's My LA 311 system, $2.2 million to increase the number of crossing guards at LAUSD schools, $13.1 million for street lights and the prevention of copper wire theft, and $1.2 million for 150 more electric vehicle chargers in low-income neighborhoods. Officials for Mayor Bass insist the city will continue prioritizing fundings for homeless programs, public safety, as well as basic city services like filling potholes and picking up trash. Mayor Bass's proposed budget now goes to the LA City Council for approval, and the new fiscal year begins July 1st. All right, LA, it's been a minute.